This is Roy King Legend. Today we're going to show you how to shoot in off the cross for a takedown. So I just got back from a very productive trip in Toronto where I filmed with my friends in combat arts and a new collaboration with Undisputed Martial Arts. I love working with different people to bring you new angles, ideas, philosophies to keep your training fresh and interesting. And I also have some interesting works under development, an ebook on Thai pad holding, as well as a workout app for when you can't get into the gym and you just need a simple workout to tell you what to do and follow. So I'm going to answer a question from one of our YouTube viewers and hope you enjoyed this episode. So we had a viewer question about how to off balance in order to set up some takedowns. So we're going to do a variation on something you've seen probably from wrestling and MMA, which is basically when Kurt throws the cross, I can either duck under to shoot deep to start my shot, or I can slip to the outside, penetrate to go for the shot. Kurt's going to show us some variations on this.
Building off the same basic idea, we're going to work this off the slip. So Roy throws the right hand, and I'm just going to take a short step and slip outside. My aim here is to connect my shoulder into the armpit area using the structure of his ribs and the underside of his shoulder to leverage his weight the other direction. So I step and then shoot my shoulder into the gap. So you'll notice the deeper you step, the easier it is to get there in one quick beat. So when he throws the punch, if I step deep here, I can immediately push that in. So the first way we're looking at this is I only step my left foot. I'm bringing my right with me, but I'm not angling out, outside, and pushing this in. It's just a slight off balance, pushes him in an angular direction so you can then turn into it and follow up with whatever takedown you're looking for. One more time, here like this, and again, you could shoot from here with whatever your takedown options are. Second one is we step short with the right, but then angle the left foot out. It's gonna go past his lead foot and wedge next to it. Ideally, perhaps as deep as ankle to ankle, but definitely making contact the inside of my foot against the outside of his. So when he throws that punch, I step here and come through. Okay. So the timing of this is gonna matter. I don't have the luxury of going 1, 2, and then trying to catch him with the foot, or going 1, 2, and hanging out for a minute, and then bumping him, right? Do as you need to get used to it, but hopefully 1 and 2, the shoulder redirect and the placement of the foot happen at roughly the same time. Keeping his foot in one place causes his momentum and his weight to shoot over top of that foot and dump out behind him. That's what we're looking for. 1, 2. The final variation is to really make this whole idea concrete and just trap the foot. So 1, in this position, instead of stepping past the foot, I step right on it. Now when I bump with the shoulder, this isn't going anywhere, and he's more inclined to actually just go right to the ground. When you're training this with your partner, or if you implement it in your sparring, be careful. Too much weight on this, and an abrupt takedown from here can cause an injury to the ankle. So just be mindful of that. Give them a little bit of room underneath your foot so they can fall safely. 1, 2. Again, 1 and 2. This bump with the shoulder doesn't need to be a shot. If you have the ability to do that smooth and seamless and make it percussive, that's a good idea. But otherwise, let it just kind of naturally push its way in, right? The momentum of stepping should be doing the work instead of trying to slam this in some way. One of the things I like to do, it's fairly easy. It's something you implement in sparring and training. It's also kind of a fun parlor trick when your friends are asking you to show them something cool. So when you slip outside here, step this foot on or across, get your off balance. Now this hand can just go from the high line and shoot down and either lever the hip or the top of the knee, and that should bring him down really quick. 1, 2, and down. It's very common in Southeast Asian martial art. A lot of groups are gonna do this. 1, this position, and down. You can also, en route, make this a shot, heel hook on the outside of this foot, so as you're hitting and moving, you're pulling from him. So sometimes it results in a bigger landing, a heavier landing.
I'm falling quite intentionally easy because it's actually easier on my joints, right? Obviously, if you're sparring, you're gonna try to stay up, but sometimes when he's got you, he's got you. And to try to stay up and fight risks injury to yourself, or you force him to put you down again. Ramp it up slowly before you're doing things, especially such as the foot step, which can get out of hand quite quickly. So thanks to Kurt showing us some great techniques. Here at MKG Detroit, this is Royal Kick Legend. Keep your chin down, elevate your striking.